welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Sam.
Today we are looking at part 2 of our dialogues about celebrating Valentine's Day.
Yes, and in part 1 we looked at how people literally celebrate Valentine's Day by giving chocolates and flowers and things like that, and also a little bit about the history about how it was celebrating love. Today we're going to kind of look at how you can celebrate it and how you can kind of use this day as a chance to say your true feelings. So some people might be thinking like, oh, I really like that guy or I really like that girl, but I don't know how to tell them. Well, Valentine's Day could be the day to try to tell them.
That's right. You could buy that person something special, maybe like a heart-shaped box of chocolates or some flowers to give them and just to tell them that you have feelings for them. And also by giving yourself a day to do it, a certain day where you have to do it, then you know you're going to be pressured into doing it, because if you don't do it that day, you'll have to wait a whole nother year until the next Valentine's Day.
Yes, and actually I remember in high school, they added something for Valentine's Day where you could pay, and I think it was just $1, and you could send a candygram, I think is what it was called. Yeah. And you could say, you know, I like you basically, and you could put your name on it or you didn't have to. So you could kind of send it to who you liked and kind of put some feelers out there, see if maybe they liked you back. So that was kind of fun.
We also had that at my high school.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
All right, well, we're gonna find out about how you could confess your love when we get into today's dialogue.
Jack dreams about telling Lily his feelings.
There's something I've been thinking about a lot.
You know you can tell me anything, right?
I've tried to play it cool, but I realized I think about you more than I probably should.
Well, to be totally honest, I was kind of hoping you'd say something like that.
Really?
Yeah. I feel the same way. I was just scared of rejection or ruining what we already have.
That's exactly what I was worried about. But maybe we're thinking too much.
Maybe. Why don't we take it slowly and see where it goes?
All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get into today's dialogue. It's our daily conversation celebrating Valentine's Day part 2. And this one is called Confessing in a Dream. So we have this verb confess, and to confess something is to finally say something out loud, something that you have been keeping inside for a long time. In our case here, we're going to have somebody confess their love, but you know, you can also confess to doing something bad or confess some secret that you've been holding on to. And our example sentence says, Hannah confessed that she forgot Tim's birthday. So she felt bad that she forgot, so she finally just said it out loud. Yeah, I forgot. And so in this little dialogue, we have Jack and Lily, and Jack dreams about telling Lily his feelings. So not happening in real life, this is happening in his dream.
Okay, very interesting. So let's hear what Jack has to say in his dream. Jack says, there's something I've been thinking about a lot.
Okay. And then Lily says, you know you can tell me anything, right?
Okay, so it seems to be going well for Jack so far. He can tell Lily anything, which means he can tell her his feelings. So Jack says, I've tried to play it cool, but I realized I think about you more than I probably should. Okay, so he's trying to play it cool, he says. When you try to play it cool, it means you try to just stay calm and act like there's nothing strange or nothing unusual about the situation. So he's trying to be normal, but now he's realized that he's thinking about her too much.
Yes, and then Lily said, so he's kind of hinting, obviously, that he likes her. And well, how does Lily respond? She says, well, to be totally honest, I was kind of hoping you'd say something like that. So she's kind of, okay, you're kind of saying that you like me, and I was kind of waiting for that. So she seems to be quite happy again in this dream of this confession. Not going too badly. It's going well.
Right. So I guess Jack and Lily are already good friends. And sometimes when two people are good friends, these kind of feelings can start to happen. And in this case, Jack obviously has these feelings for Lily. And it seems so far like maybe, at least in the dream, Lily feels the same way. All right, now it's time to go to Hanny.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续来看关于情人节的对话。第3段对话的小标题是 Confessing in a Dream， 在梦中告白。Confess 这个动词就是坦诚、承认或坦白，它的名词 confession 可以用来表达坦白、坦诚。那么 Jack 他梦见自己在向 Lily 表达他的情感，他对 Lily 说有一件事他想很久了，他试着表现得若无其事，可是却发现自己很常想念对方。那这时 Lily 的回应是，他其实也有点希望 Jack 会说出这样的话。那我们就赶快回到对话里面，看看这个梦会怎么发展。
All right, we are back. So Lily just said that she was hoping that Jack would say something like what he just said, which was that he thinks about her more than he should. So now Jack says, really? So he's surprised, probably surprised in a good way that Lily wanted him to say that.
Yes, and so then Lily says, yeah, I feel the same way. I was just scared of rejection or ruining what we already have. So again, from this little line, we can tell that they already were friends and they've been friends for a while. But she was a little worried to say anything more because she didn't want to hurt the friendship or be rejected. But I do find it kind of funny because nobody has totally outright said, I like you. They've only said, I think about you more than I should. But they've kind of got the idea. They know what each other is trying to say.
That's right. So they're probably both afraid of rejection, which is why they're not saying it outright. So rejection is the act of refusing or dismissing an idea. So rejection means saying no to something. And when someone says, I don't want to feel rejection or I'm afraid of rejection, it means you are afraid of the feeling of being told no. So this is something a lot of people face in love and liking someone. When you are afraid of them telling you no, you are afraid of rejection. So an example sentence, dealing with rejection is part of growing stronger.
Yes, and so that is very true. Yes, you might be rejected, but if you never say it, then you'll never know, and it also can make you stronger.
So now Jack says, that's exactly what I was worried about. But maybe we're thinking too much.
And then Lily says, maybe, why don't we take it slowly and see where it goes? So Jack is kind of worried that, let's maybe not think about this too much and just try. And so Lily's like, yeah, I kind of agree with that. Let's go slowly, not move too fast, and maybe in that case, maybe go on a date, maybe a lunch date, and kind of slowly see how they do.
All right. Well, now let's go to Hanny.
原来 Lily 对 Jack 也有同样感觉，只是他怕被拒绝，或是怕破坏他们现有的关系。Jack 也说这正是他担心的，但是也许他们两个人想太多了。那这时候 Lily 提议说，不 不如慢慢来看看会怎么样。好，单字 rejection 这个名词表示拒绝。Matt 老师在解释单字时用到 dismiss D-I-S-M-I-S-S， 那这个动词表示排除在外，不理会，不考虑。那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, we're back, but we've just learned that, Jack's confession in his dream has gone very well. Everything is perfect, but that's just in his dream. So we're going to have to wait and see after this if he's actually successful at confessing his love in real life. So let's take a break and we'll be right back.
Jack decides to tell Lily how he feels.
Lily, I have something I really need to say to you.
You look anxious. Is everything okay?
You mean more to me than I expected. I always enjoy being around you, and I mean that as more than just a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I know. I didn't want to complicate things, but I need to be honest.
I care about you a lot too, but I really only see you as a friend.
I kind of assumed that. I just wanted you to know.
I'm sorry I can't give you the response you're looking for.
All right, so we are back, and before the break, we had just looked at Jack's dream, where he confesses his feelings to Lily, and now we are going to look at a real confession. So now we are back in real life, and Jack decides to tell Lily how he feels. So I guess that dream must have given him some confidence. Now he really is going to go and try and tell Lily that he likes her.
All right, so Jack says, Lily, I have something I really need to say to you. Okay, so he's going about it differently than he did in the dream. Maybe he should have stuck to the dream script because that seemed to work pretty well.
And Lily says, you look anxious. Is everything okay? So she can kind of tell that he is feeling nervous or acting a little bit strangely. So she says, you look very anxious. If somebody looks anxious or if somebody is anxious, that means that they're kind of nervous and worried about something. So a little bit more, maybe a little more stressed than just being nervous because you're kind of thinking about it and making yourself get a little bit more upset about something. A lot of times people get anxious when they are imagining or thinking about things that are upcoming that they are worried about. And so our example sentence does just that, where it says, I get quite anxious when I have to make a speech. So you're nervous and you're worried that it won't go well. And so all of that connects together to make you feel anxious.
All right, so now Jack says, you mean more to me than I expected. I always enjoy being around you, and I mean that as more than just a friend. Okay, so just like in his dream, he is being indirect. He's not saying, I really like you or I love you even, but he's just telling her sort of subtly that he likes her as more than a friend.
Yes, and that's a good line to use, and one that's very commonly used is say that I like you more than a friend, or I think about you as more than a friend. So that phrasing means that they like you in what would rather be girlfriend and boyfriend than just a friend. And so how does Lily respond? Well, she says, oh, I didn't realize. Not exactly the great reaction that Jack is probably looking for. He might feel a little bit might be a little bit sad to hear her kind of just say, oh, I didn't realize that you liked me. That seems,
Yeah, it's not the dream reaction that he was hoping for. Okay, well now it's time for us to go to Hanny.
刚刚看的对话是 Jack 的梦境，那现在回到现实 ，Jack 真的要向 Lily 告白了。那他告诉 Lily 有件事真的需要跟他说。那么 Lily 觉得 Jack 看起来很焦虑，还问他一切都还好吗？然后 Jack 接着就表明心意，说他总是很享受跟对方在一起的时光。那他的意思是不只是朋友。好，单字 anxious， 它是形容焦虑不安的、急切的。Matt 老师提到 ，Jack 并没有直接对 Lily 说喜欢她，而是用间接、隐约的说辞来表达。老师这时候用到副词 subtly，subtly，subtly，它就可以表达微妙地、隐约地或是巧妙地。那在对话里面 ，Lily 听完 Jack 这段话，她的反应是，哦。我没有意识到诶，这样好像有点尴尬。那我们赶快回到对话里面吧。
All right, thanks, Hanny. Now let's get back to our dialogue. So Lily just responded to Jack telling her that he liked her as more than a friend by saying that she didn't realize. So Jack says, I know. I didn't want to complicate things, but I need to be honest.Okay, so Jack has said he didn't want to complicate things. So to complicate things means to make something more difficult to understand by making it more complex or adding more things to it. So making it more difficult to know or difficult to deal with. An example sentence, lying to everyone will only complicate the situation.Yes,
and then Lily says, I care about you a lot too, but I really only see you as a friend. So Jack has just kind of said all of this stuff, and she was like not very into it. She doesn't feel the same way, but she does say nicely, I care about you. I just only want to be friends.
All right, so that's the rejection that he was afraid of. He's getting rejected now,
yes.
And I'm sure it hurts, but Jack responds, I kind of assumed that. I just wanted you to know.
That sentence kind of confuses me, because if he kind of assumed that she didn't like him, then, well, okay, he did say he just wanted her to know.
Just wanted to know, and he had that dream. The dream was so good.
That's true.
He needed to do it.
All right, and so then Lily says, I'm sorry I can't give you the response you're looking for. So meaning she's sorry that she can't say yes because she doesn't feel the same way. So this is all a very kind of pleasant way. I mean, still it's rejection. I'm sure that Jack still doesn't feel that happy about it, but everybody is being polite and nice, and maybe they can continue being friends after this.
Well, we'll see about that, but let's go to Hanny.
Jack 说他并不想让事情变复杂，但他得诚实的说出来。Lily 这时候说，她也很在乎 Jack， 但真的只把他当朋友。她很抱歉没办法给 Jack 他想要的回应。好，单字 complicate 这个动词表示使复杂化，使某个情况或问题更加的复杂。那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, so we are back. So unfortunately for Jack, things did not go as his dream went. So he probably had the dream and thought, oh, it's Valentine's Day. I'm gonna confess my heart. And the dream said that it was going to work, which is kind of funny because I feel that's opposite of my dreams. In my dreams, I usually fail at whatever I'm trying to do, and then things go better in real life. But he didn't have that happen, unfortunately for him.
That is too bad for Jack. Things can't always be like your dreams. All right, well, let's review the dialogue again, and we will see you next time.
Jack dreams about telling Lily his feelings.
There's something I've been thinking about a lot.
You know you can tell me anything, right?
I've tried to play it cool, but I realized I think about you more than I probably should.
Well, to be totally honest, I was kind of hoping you'd say something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I was just scared of rejection or ruining what we already have.
That's exactly what I was worried about. But maybe we're thinking too much.
Maybe. Why don't we take it slowly and see where it goes?
Jack decides to tell Lily how he feels.
Lily, I have something I really need to say to you.
You look anxious. Is everything okay?
You mean more to me than I expected. I always enjoy being around you, and I mean that as more than just a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I know. I didn't want to complicate things, but I need to be honest.
I care about you a lot too, but I really only see you as a friend.
I kind of assumed that. I just wanted you to know.
I'm sorry I can't give you the response you're looking for.
"最后埋伏时间课文里的单字 confess 动词表示坦诚、承认或坦白 ，rejection 名词表示拒绝 ，anxious 形容词形容焦虑不安的、急切的 ，complicate 动词表示使复杂化、使情况或问题更加复杂。那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
A gallery is a space that displays works of art, such as paintings and photographs. Today, we are going to introduce you to the 5 galleries at the 921 Earthquake Museum of Taiwan, a museum dedicated to the 7.3 earthquake that struck the center of Taiwan on September 21st, 1999. Let's walk through the 5 galleries together. The 921 Earthquake Museum of Taiwan shows destroyed classroom buildings and the Celongpu Fault. There are 5 galleries around the sports field. The Celongpu Fault Gallery shows records on fault activity. The Earthquake Engineering Hall shows the destruction caused by the 921 earthquake. The Image Gallery was rebuilt from Guangfu Junior High School's Student Activity Center. The Disaster Prevention Hall teaches people how to be safe during disasters. The Reconstruction Records Hall shows the rebuilding efforts after the 921 earthquake. To save the buildings from more destruction due to the weather, the museum built a cover over the destroyed buildings. The 5 galleries have a one-way route, with the idea that we look to the future and not to the past. Entry to the Reconstruction Records Hall is free. Visitors can buy tickets for the other 4 galleries. Even though the 921 earthquake was a very horrible experience for many in Taiwan, the 921 Earthquake Museum of Taiwan reminds us of our perseverance and ability to move past any obstacle that comes our way. In the midst of disaster, humankind will always find a way to move forward.